Hey guys, so I got this 2018 Volkswagen Atlas, and this door lock actuator has been sticking real bad lately, so gonna work on getting it replaced. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like you can replace it just from here, so we're gonna be pulling the wheel and tire off, and then in the fender liner little fabric thing, we'll be taking that off, seeing what kind of access we've got from behind there. And I did go to the dealership and I got the new lock actuator. Here is the part number, and you can see that looks like there's two bolts that bolt on there. So hopefully after we take the wheel and tire off and this liner here, we will have access. So I'm just gonna jack it up and see what we can get done on this thing. Check back in when I'm got some progress done. Okay, so before I jack it up, I got this little key here from the trunk area, and you just put that in like this. Then you can remove each little cap cover, and then you'll want a 19 millimeter, I believe. Oh, nope, it's a 17 millimeter, so we'll need to get a 17 millimeter socket and get all those crack loose before we lift this thing up. Unless you have an impact, then that doesn't matter. As for jacking up, we'll get under this pinch weld area, and right here, that's the designated area to jack it up. Alright, we got the wheel and tire off. Now we can address on getting this splash little fender guard out of the way here. So we've got one here, 2, 3, maybe one up in there. It's hard to tell. There's a bunch of crap in there. There's one right there, one right there, one right there. So you get your handy little Torx size here, and I'm gonna try T25. Lo and behold, that fits perfect. So we'll get these all taken out and I'll check in back with you. Okay, so there's one screw there, another one here, another one here. There's one hiding up there. Here. There's junk in the way, clean that out. There's one there. And then you got your 3 here. And 9 total. Alright, so we'll see if that's all the screws. It should come free. Okay, put it on tripod so you can see a bit better. And I need 2 hands. So, oh, there's one screw under here. Smaller. It is T20. Wonder if there's the same one in there. Let's see if that'll come free now. Yep. Starting to drop down. There we go. There's dirt and gunk and crap all over it. Oh, jeez. So this side just slides in, and this other bottom is bolted in. So let's take that out completely. And I'll show you what I can see here. Get off the tripod. Okay, so we need to get that lock actuator replaced. Can I show you what we can see back here? Looks like a bit of a mess. We've got this plastic shroud for the whole filler. Trying to see. I think there's a bolt there and a bolt there. I think it's gonna have to come out, but let me mess around and see what needs to be done. Okay, so not having done this before, I started prying around this fuel fill area because it's a soft rubber, and was able to pry this back, pop it out. And then we've got a wire that goes to the lock actuator, and then we've got access to our bolts here and here. So coming from the other way, it's just no good. There's no access. So this got pushed forward, messing around. So I'll have to push that back, get that fixed. But looks like, yeah, you can just pop it out here. Looks like I might have tweaked one of these clips, but hopefully it all comes back in there okay. So, all right. Now you guys know. Then we'll just be using a T20 on these. And then once I get to the electrical connection, I'll show you on that. This one's going to be a little bit tricky too because it's so close to the painted area. I don't want to goof it up. Alright, I think that's, oh. Should be able to do it with the bit and not the ratchet. So let's see here. Oh yeah. Alright. I'm just gonna set that over here. I don't want to drop that in the fuel tank, that'd be bad. Okay, let's see. Get a light on this. Looks like I can just push it in and get it out. Looks like there's a little nub right there. Put my headlamp on. Just gonna take this out and get a little more room to screw with this thing here. Okay, I'll show you guys what's going on. So once you get it unbolted, you've got that little piece that's just retaining it, and looks like it should come out just fine after that. So I just pushed up on that thing and it popped forward. Now I should be able to get it out. trying to show you and work on it at the same time is tricky sometimes here. Alright, give it another bump. These are little wires, don't want to be putting too much undue strain. Alright, here we go. Cool. So there's the old one. Here's the new one. Looks like the match up your parts, make sure they look right. Which they look like they're good to go. So we'll put this new one in and be done with it. Alright, so first thing, we'll plug this guy in. Push it in all the way. That's how the original position was. I'm going to feed this in the hole. Get that started. So we'll just start each one by hand. Alright, so we got that started by hand pretty good. That way we know where they're not cross-threaded. Plus with this ratchet, it's a little tight and I don't want to scrape up the paint, so I'm going to put my finger there just to protect. We'll just keep going until these bottom out. It's going into plastic, so I'm just using literally hardly any pressure. Alright. Bottomed out, so we're good on there. Definitely do want to make sure you get it in there all the way. So you want this lock actuator to be seated correctly and everything. Alright, felt that get kind of snug. We're going to double check this other one. We're good. Take you off the tripod and show you what we got here. So let me zoom out here. Got that wire hooked in. That little retainer part's on there. You got your T20 bolt on the top and the bottom. That's how it should look when it's seated in there. And you have these little clips here, so you can kind of just pop it out. Sorry, it's having trouble focusing. There we go. So we'll get this put back together. I got to put everything back on the bottom that I didn't need to take out, but I didn't know at the time. So anyway, we'll get this put back together and then I'll show you the final result. Alright, so I got it all put back together. It's all nice and flush. Gas cap's on. Make sure and get that one click so it doesn't have any problems. And then this is just testing it like that, which isn't really much of a test, but then we'll hit the lock and unlock here. The lock. Locked. And we'll unlock it. Alright. Let's try it again. Lock. Locked. Good to go. Alright. That's it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thanks.